Hello everyone, it's Dawn and welcome back to my channel. Well, as promised on Tuesday, I'm going to show you how we make, or how I make, a larger bag, which this is a bag, or it was, and we're going to turn it into a nice sturdy box. Now to begin with, when I stand this up, it's almost the height of my camera stand and all we'll see is a white blur. But what I'm going to try and do is tilt it. As you can see, I've taken off the handles, lovely orange handles. I didn't put them there, I know it's my colour, but that's the colour they came with. But we're not going to throw those away because we're going to be using one of them a little bit later on. And inside, it's difficult to show you, I think you can just about see, I've lined it with card. This is 300 GSM card, but anything 250 or above will be fine. Now I did this overnight because I wanted it to go solid. This is just paper, this bit here is just paper. And it's 300 GSM, and I used craft glitter glue, but you can use any construction weight or strong glue or gel glue that you happen to have. So that's what I've done, and that's where we've got to so far. And what we need to do, in fact I've done a little bit of preparation, because this again, like the last one, is more of a process video than a measurements video, because this will work on any size bag you've got, but you just need to adjust the measurements to the size you want your box to be. So, it all will become clear as we go along. I know that sounded a bit like as clear as mud, but here we go. So what I've done with this bag, because it was quite a long bag, I've cut it down. I've already cut it. And I've cut it down so that all four flaps are 3 inches. So I've cut it down 3 inches all the way around. Now, on 3 of those, one of the long flaps and both of the end flaps, I have got some double-sided tape. So I'm just going to turn that over. I've got some double-sided tape on that bit as well, but we'll deal with that later on as we get there. So that's already, I've already taken the backing tape off, and what we're going to do, it's going to be very difficult to show you actually, but what I'm going to do, this bit, I'm just going to fold on the inside like that. So we're just going to take it, if I just gently push that back, we're going to fold that back like that, so that we've got a nice rounded top to our box. So if I do that, hopefully you can see that. So it's down on the inside like that. Sorry if that touched the camera and wobbled it a bit. And we're going to do that to the end flaps as well. So we're just going to fold it over like that. You'll probably see it better when I do the second flap. And we're going to fold that in like that. Just fold it in. I'm going to turn it over and fold it in so that it actually, hopefully, folds down flat. So push that in. The card has actually made it quite stiff. So hopefully you can just about see what I'm doing there. So we're going to push that in like that. Give it a good press. You can use glue if you want to. I just use tape because it's quicker. And so once you've done that, you've got that on the inside. And it's starting to look like a really neat box on the top. You've got that lovely rounded top. And the box is now a decent size, or a small, slightly shorter size. Now this top flap here, don't cut that off. Well, you can if you want to, but I've decided not to. And I'm going to press that down, and I'll show you what we've done. In the store that I got the bag from, I found, quite by chance, some, well, this was just paper. I'll show you what's on the other side in a minute. But once again, I put it onto some 300 GSM white card, and again we have got some, I've already taken the backing tape off, so I need to be careful. And on the front I found this gorgeous, it's a green zebra print, but it coordinates, it's the same pattern, although it's a different colour. It's the same pattern as this one. So what we're going to do with that one, how you measure this, the only important measurement is this top bit here. That needs to be the same width as your box. In this case, it's 5.5 inches because it's quite a wide box. So the top part here, this middle section here, needs to be the same width as your box. So as I've said, in my case, it's 5.5 inches, but you can make, as long as that's the same, it doesn't matter what you do to the front and the back. This is our back flap, and I've measured this out and scored it at 2 inches. So I've got a 2-inch flap. So what we do, if I lay that down like that, now is the time when actually we can take the backing tape off of this bit here. So we're just going to quickly take that off. I'm going to pop it in the bin, which is just behind me. So we're going to lay that down there like that. And we're going to take this and we are going to find the crease of the box here. And we're going to line our lid like that. And I should have, you know what I should have done? In fact, what I am going to do, I'm going to put some, it's all right, that was the glue falling on the floor. It's all right, I've got another one. What we're going to do, let me just pop that over there a minute. I'm going to put some glue over the tape just so that it doesn't grab straight away if we don't want it to. I quite often do this, but when I know that I should do it, I often forget to do it. So there we go. And I'm going to do the same to this bit up here as well, although this bit's not really important because once we've got that bit sorted out, the other bit should line up naturally. She says hopefully. So there we go. So there's that bit done. And we're just going to line that up. Just line it up. This is the same width as the box. So the width and the depth are the only measurements that need to be accurate. The others can be whatever you want them to be. So we're going to stick that down like that. And then bring it up. And that will grab. Oops. That should have grabbed. It's probably the glue that stops it grabbing instantly. But what we are going to do, we're going to grab that down like that. And hopefully that'll stick if we give it a minute and a good press. And then that will line up with that and they will stay on there quite nicely. And that will come up and that will come down over there. And that will do up. And the way we do this up, or the way we're doing this up anyway, I've got some Velcro. And I've put the two pieces together and I'm going to take the backing tape off of these bits here. Oops, I think I've taken off too much of the backing tape. So there we go, it's come off. It's because it's been on overnight, so it's really, really super sticky. And so we're going to bring that up. If we put a little tip for you, if you've never done this before, if you put the two bits together in the first place, but make sure the fluffy bit goes on the lid because that's the bit that you're going to pull up. So put them together, then bring your lid up until the crease meets, push it down. When you're sure it's in place, give it a push. Give it a light push to begin with. And then when you're sure that's in place, and that is, pull it up. Oh, that wasn't quite in place. What you can do is you can hold it with your finger like I'm doing and just pull it up. It's going to be a bit sticky, or going to be a bit sticky to begin with, and then you can give that a good press once you've got it in place. Put your hand behind it to support it and press it down with the other one. And you can do the same with this bit here, the fluffy bit. Give it a good press and then all you need to do is bring that up and stick it down and you have a lovely closure for your box. Now that is now the size of our box. I could have lined that up a little bit better, but that's all right. We'll sort that out a bit later on. Now the only thing I've done is we've taken the handles off and one of the handles I have tied into a bow. Now I'd normally use hot glue to do this, but I didn't really want to warm up the hot glue gun just for one tiny blob of glue. So what I've done, just for quickness, I've put a couple of bits of foam tape on the back. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to stick that on there like that, and it will stay very nicely. So there you go, guys. You've got a really cute box that will, as you can see, when it stands up, well, you can't see, but there's not much of a gap between that and the top of my camera stand. And so I'm going to lay it down flat so that you can see it. The Velcro will come up really nicely. And as you can see, you've got a lovely spacious box to put whatever you want in there. You can either use it for storage or you could use it for a nice gift. So you can use these boxes for whatever you want them for. And they sit beautifully. They will sit beautifully on your desk or on the floor next to you. So there is our large bag made into a beautiful sturdy box. Now, just like the last one, you can either keep it plain. I'm going to let the paper do the work. I don't often do plain and simple or clean and simple, but I am this time because I like this pattern, this zebra pattern. But if you want a bit more embellishment, or if you're using a plainer paper, you can embellish this to your heart's content. You can put sequins, you can put whatever you like on it, or you can just leave it plain. I will put the basic measurements in the description box below, but the flap and the back is really up to you. I'll use the measurements that I've used just as a guide for you, but please feel free to use your own measurements and decide on your own flap levels. And even your closures, I've used Velcro, but you can use magnets if you want to. You can use poppers. Use whatever you've got. But above all, have fun with it. And I will see you very soon with another video. And in the meantime, thank you so much for watching and for subscribing, those of you that subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, but you're enjoying this video and this series, please do give me a thumbs up first of all, that would be great. Hit that subscribe button, click the notification bell, and then you'll never miss a video and you'll always be informed. And if you want to add any comments down below, please do, that would be great. I read them all, and I'll see you soon with a new video. And in the meantime, see you very soon. Take care. If I don't see you before, have a good weekend. And above all, happy crafting. Bye bye for now.